This is Venice, and we see the spectacular St. Mark's Campanile, the Doge's Palace, and the Piazza San Marco from here, and the St. Mark. And this is Santa Maria della Salute, and this is where Grand Canal is meeting the Giudecca Canal. And if you go back just at the top of the Campanile from there, the bells were ringing. And this is looking at right here, it's spectacular. This is the San Giorgio Maggiore Church, and that's the Giudecca Island and the Redentore Church. So this is Venice. Yeah, I'm on. This is Venice, and I'm at the center of Venice, the top of the Rialto Bridge, and there we see really the beautiful Venice. Venice is just like, instead of roads there is water, and so the boats and water are the lifeline of Venice. So it's called the city on water, or most beautiful city, romantic city, La Serenissima, and so on. And if you really look at the buildings on the sides of the water, right, these are the rich people, they used to live, and then many of them are converted to hotels, offices, universities. Everything is on water actually in Venice. From birth to death, everything is on water. Basically, you die and your body will be towed on a water boat. So if you see the facade of the buildings, right, they are like, very distinct, and facades where there is a water corner, it's called Ka. It's the name of the building starts with Ka, Odoro, or something like that. And then the real beauty is in these facades actually. The different facades of buildings, and they are built on, the timber pile foundations, and then on top of that, they have withstood for, thousands, more than 1,000 years. So these what we are seeing is not, a year or two or a few decades, but these are a part of history that are hundreds or thousands of years old. So this is like this is Venice.
Yeah, talk.
Yeah, this is Venice, and we see the Rialto Bridge. This is the, this is kind of the 5 shops kind of opening. And then Rialto Bridge, the bridges in Venice are like this. This is a common Venice bridge, but we are on the Grand Canal. So in the Grand Canal, there are only 4 bridges actually. Rialto is the oldest bridge, and the most significant bridge because this was the center of activity and so on. And Venice, as we know, this is really, what is Venice, and the beautiful gondola actually. If you really see, the kind of luxury gondolas should only be black because by the local municipal government rules regulation, this golden, and this is called the ferro. Ferro is the iron counterweight, or iron, brass, or aluminum counterweight that is counterbalancing. And if you see here, you see these are the 6 comb-like things, right? The comb. These are the 6 districts of Venice, and the one pointing towards is Giudecca, where of course where no one the hostel is staying there. This is the Doge's cap, and this is the Rialto Bridge. The semicircle thing is the Rialto Bridge. This is a counterweight, ferro counterweight, and this is the beautiful Venice that we all long to see. And most beautiful. Venice is the most beautiful place on earth, I would say. It's called La Serenissima in Italian, which means the most beautiful place on earth, or the most romantic place on earth. And Venice has this film festival, this regatta, there is all this stuff. So with about 127 islands separated by more than 438 bridges, Venice is the most romantic and beautiful city. For me, I really say this is the most beautiful place on earth, because I saw actual Venice many years after I saw this. So this is the beautiful, really, the canal, the Grand Canal with the fronts of the various buildings, and it's really spectacular. Altra sera gomena dal piacere povertà ya sei ya dormiva su sto braccio ogni tanto ya svegliava ogni tanto ya svegliava ma la barca che ninava ya tornava in dormenza.
On the left side, built 500 years old.
500 years.
500 years old. Oh man, this is like.
On the right is the Opera House. Maria Malibran Opera House.
Malibran.
Pavarotti.
Luciano Pavarotti. La donna immobile col piume al vento, muccia di tinto e di pensiero, sempre una mobile legge a Treviso, in pianto e in riso, menzognero. La donna immobile qual piuma al vento muta de cento e di pensier e di pensier. La donna immobile qual piuma al vento muta e di pensiero.
Poi più non puoi ma spinge a raccogliere le ghirlande, era il primo.
So il primo grande gondolier, c'è un vecchio gondolier, canta il cor, non posso andare più via, perché Venezia mia m'hai fatto innamorare. Canta il cor, non posso andare più via, perché Venezia mia m'hai fatto innamorare.
Voleva farsi paradiso, hanno preso passati negli anni, e dalla già coprito Venezia amanti,
Gondolier, c'è un vecchio gondolier, canta il cor, non posso andare più via, perché Venezia mia m'hai fatto innamorare. Canta il cor, non posso andare più via, perché Venezia mia m'hai fatto. Canta il cor, non posso andare più via, perché Venezia mia m'hai fatto innamorare.
che fa? Quella più bella di Venezia è
I'm on a gondola in Venice. It's a luxury gondola, and then yeah, Venice, like you will see the Rialto Bridge in the background, and this is a Grand Canal. They will take us to Grand Canal and some other canal. So it's going to be super exciting, really, to board a luxury gondola. So this is like the golden, yeah, the gondola swings very much. It's yeah, and then yeah, gondolier is setting up his oar. So this is, we are just crossing the Rialto Bridge. It's a luxury.
This was a Rialto Bridge, the first bridge construction that was built in 1588.
Rialto bridge in the first bridge in the first and the Grand Canal. You can see.
So this is a gondolier with his striped shirt and a dark colored pant and his hat, and he has a kind of a muffler kind of thing, and he draws the oar because it's very complicated. Driving a gondola is not easy because he uses the oar, of course, and the forcula. Forcula is what is
SGK ഈ gondola drivers ഭയങ്കര special job ആണ്, higher grade job.
So only about 400 gondoliers are selected every year, and it's really it's not easy. And I think the first woman gondolier was recruited in the year 2010. So it is very complicated. They have to pass many exams like an airport, like a pilot exams and so on. And because they should be able to negotiate through the channels of Venice, through the sharp channels of Venice, and then it's really. I'm in Venice, and this is called the Piazza San Marco. It has a beautiful, the building and the big square, and that's the Saint Mark's Basilica. There is a clock as well that time, and this is the most spectacular thing. This is called the Campanile, the Saint Mark's Campanile, because Saint Mark's is the patron saint of Venice. Venice is a very unique city, a beautiful romantic city called La Serenissima and so on. And it's built on about 400 bridges plus bridges and 127 islands. And this is the most striking part, because has a belfry and 4 symbols on either side, and on the top is a god of justice, kind of Justina. And then it has a lift where one can go up. Unfortunately, now it's not working because they are renovating their stuff. So the bells have a complicated system, and they have a timing system. So this structure is about 112, 113 years old. It fell down in 1902, and then they reconstructed it back in 1912. So it's spectacular. This is replicated across many areas in the world. There are many imitations and replicas of this campanile, actually, essentially a bell tower. And in places like Macau, Las Vegas, Venetian and so on. Actually, I saw the real Venice 8.5 years after I saw Venetian. So this is really spectacular. I love this. Yeah. This is a gondola near Piazza San Marco, and today the winds are very extremely high. So anyway, to see the gondola, we see this gondola has this cap. Gondolas, this is a Doge's cap, and then below it represents the Rialto. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 six combs are the 6 CS3s of the districts of Venice: Cannaregio, San Marco, San Polo, Duisodro, and Santa Croce. And the one pointing towards other side this is the Giudecca. And then this is a gondola. So just get here. These pillars, these are also the significant hallmarks of Venice. And we see the gondola because there's no one there to ride. They have put the chairs in this position. They have covered it up. But otherwise, gondola. And this is counterweight. The gondolier is on the other side, and this is called the ferro. This is called the ferro, and this counterweights giving gondolier the maneuvering that he needs. And that's called the oar, and it's enclosed in a forcola. Forcola gives different forward movements, strong forward, light forward, and sideways and other movements. So this is a gondola in a stand, and behind we see the fantastic San Giorgio Maggiore. Today is very misty and hazy, so it's really not very clear. So this is a gondola, and this is one of the most popular places that is shown in many references to Venice. These gondolas floating, and this is a very iconic site. This is again one more apparatus stop. Actually, in a way.
Today there is a little sunlight.
Yeah, maybe after 1, 2, 3 hours it will be a bit okay, I think. It's okay. Just walk in the city center. I thought we'll go to this first and then see, but today we have to go by boat. That's a separate island. For this to
tomorrow I'm also leaving,
okay.
The ticket, Marco Polo, terminal, Emirates. So I hope I will see it, because if I keep it for, I wish to go to Pisa. But the thing is, I'm not able to get it. Day after tomorrow, the same problem.
Okay, you don't overstep. Don't overstep. Alle Michelangelo, right? This is a street, Michelangelo Street. That's what it is. So, yeah.
Only one Michelangelo Street here?
San Marco. This is the inside of a evaporative water stop, and we're waiting for the evaporative or the water boat to go to San Marco. Vaporetto. This is a Vaporetto stop, and we see how it's held and goes up and down. Yeah, it's really yeah, this goes up and down. And these are the typical Vaporetto stops, just like bus stops for buses on the road. Here, because the road is water, so you have the Vaporetto stops for the. This is a Zitelle stop. So this is the total tour of the Vaporetto stop. It's really very heavy today.